Yeah, so moving on to Watchpoint Gibraltar for this next map. Escorting the payload through, obviously. If you've ever played a game of Overwatch, I guarantee you've played on this map, you know the game type. And if you've been following along with the meta, you can probably expect the team comp that from either of these teams. I'm not sure if either of these teams have a Doomfist player, but Doomfist is very good on this map, and there you go. If you look over the Murdoch esports, you can see Dongabear on the Doomfist, 100%. Lime is a bit of a one-trick. I do know these players for Murdoch esports. He is a Symmetra one-trick, but he makes it work. I mean, evident by their win last game. But Ascend, how many metas ago would I see a team comp like this? They are opting for this dive-based sort of team composition. They have the Nano Boost, they have the Nano Blade rather, Nano Boost with the Dragon Blade on the Genji. So that's a free two ult for effectively a fight win, because there's no defensive ults coming out from Murdoch with their given team comp. I expect to see them change actually. I would expect James to be on Lucio here.
Yeah, you make a good point about the configuration. I haven't seen one quite like this one.
And Doomfist, he's got the rollout on lockdown. Just getting a nice little cheeky 10%, flexing his mechanical prowess. You see Frenrir just stalling out the point right now, trying to gain... Oh no! The suck from Fanta! The Winston's actually stuck down here with no mobility! He should be falling for it, and there you go! Lime with a beautiful halt from Fanta. They keep the Winston locked down onto the low ground. Donga looking for the D-Mech onto Dan. He won't quite find it. A beautiful halt timing though, really opening things up. Speaking of opening things up though, Vengefire's got to pick onto Lime. So the Symmetra has been eliminated for now. A nice sleep on a Dongabear. Do they have anything to blow him up though? You can see Swerve is looking for it. He's looking for the burst, but he won't quite get it. A Doomfist, a very beefy boy. And Winston, Fenrir again. He does have the healing this time. It was just a brawl on the point. Dongabear in the meantime has fallen though. And you can see they're pushing forward, making use of the fact that they have these picks, and they're going to get the staggers too. So really nice execution from Ascend there, identifying the situation. They had the numbers advantage, they had the damage advantage. And with a dive-based composition especially, this is what you need to be doing.
Yeah, Vengefire doing some excellent work up on the top ledge up here in defense.
Absolutely.
And let's see if they can keep it up.
Santa relatively alone on this high ground right now, actually. He needs to get the healing, and he does. Stan gets demeched in the process, so overextending on the high ground, trying to kill Fanta. And look, Doa in the backline. He's got the Meteor Strike as well. Who's his chosen target of choice?
We've got ults everywhere.
Yeah, so Donga, after the overextension from the front line, the back line completely exposed, and Dongabear takes full advantage. Jumps in the back line, uses Meteor Strike to keep himself alive, and then re-engages, gets the pick onto the Ana.
And they've got to the first point.
Yep, bada bing, bada boom, just like that.
So they've got under 4.5 minutes to stop them to get to the next one. Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah, well, Murdoch outright, they do have the advantage in terms of team composition. Dive is not really favored by anyone in the current given meta. Fenrir drops down onto the point, needs to be careful. But they managed to pick up line. They isolate him into the left-hand side. Fanta taking a lot of damage, but the Ana nicely positioned on the high ground, so going to keep him alive with the help of the Coalescence as well. Looks like they're probably actually overextending here. Fenrir needs to be careful. Dan's been demeched. I expect the Winston to die as well. They do pop the Valkyrie to get the healing, and they are getting the picks in the meantime as well.
Oh, so, Murdoch is just being picked apart at the moment. Yeah,
by the skin of their teeth, I reckon. Ascend managed to clutch that one out.
But look at all the ults for Murdoch.
Yes.
4 versus 3.
Definitely, but there's not really much in the way of natural synergy between these ultimates because of how their team composition is. Lime will be able to enable them to do shit like this that they're doing right now. They're on top of the spaceship. Fenrir is the only one that can deal with it, so just disrupting with the ultimate right now. He might actually be able to pick up the kill onto James, but he backs off. So just forcing them out of position there, disrupting their positioning. But the payload's moving forward. So Murdoch Esports, they are fine with this right now. Another great hold, going to disrupt the initiation from Fenrir. Gravitic Flux on the point as well, pinning down the main tank and the off tank. So all your frontline is gone, and the Dragonfly didn't get quite enough in the backline either. So Murdoch, they dump their ults, and they will get the fight. Bob usage? So it's a wasted Bob as well. It might be because he just wants to swap off the Ashe here. It's what I'd hope anyway. I'd hope it wasn't just a wasted ultimate, but you know, sometimes it really do be like that. And they get a nice little stack onto Vectrix as well.
So on to point 3. Can they make it? It's again.
Off nearly 4 minutes.
If anyone's just popped into the stream, the blue team is Ascend. The red team is Murdoch. Good luck to both and all the players.
3 minutes 30 seconds. So Murdoch absolutely has the time bank to work with. They narrowly avoid the hook shot combo, but Donga Bear, he's found bench fire. I believe he was on the flank, trying to do Reaper things. Oh, nice. Another hook suck combo onto Fanta. He didn't have the Fortify to block it this time. But Murdoch, they've actually nano boosted the Coalescence.
Oh my.
And they're getting the picks as well. So despite getting their main tank picked off, they're actually just jumping their ultimates in this fight and getting picks. Vectrix is the only one alive, and he's trying to sort out the point. But they get it. They get it the full way with 3 minutes left on the clock. That's an absolutely huge time bank, given the map.
That was a massive push there at the end. Yeah, as my words can't even pronunciate how well you put it there. You put it so well there. They pushed so well in such good time in the bank. It's yeah, I can't believe I even watched that. It's
I understand what you mean.
It's like they went from point 2 to 3 within almost 40 seconds or something.
Yeah. It took about 1 minute per bloody point, with the exception of the first point. Everywhere else went pretty smoothly for the Murdoch side. It's just, I just don't even understand how they managed to convert getting picked off on the Orisa into getting like 3 picks with a nano boosted Coalescence. It is so strange. You will never see that. You will never see.
Yeah.
Let alone this Keem Comp and nano boosted Coalescence being the driving factor to bring yourself back into a fight. Just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I know. Well, I'm looking at Ascend's lineup of heroes just for the last lineup. It seemed to work only sort of well just for the start.
Yes.
And then as soon as they got into tight corners and got pushed, the heroes just couldn't match the other sides. And hopefully they get a good matchup of heroes for this bout.
Yeah, well, it's a good point. Their team comp. Oh no, Kim. It needs to be very careful. Almost gets picked off there for no reason. Dollar Bear! He's actually gone and found Swerve. He dies for it, so it's absolutely not worth it whatsoever given the spawn difference. But a nice little flashy play there, despite dying. So they're just going to be pushing the cart forward. Without Donga, they're just going to back off wisely at that. It's a lot of their damage, a lot of their pick-off. Oh no, and James just gets picked for absolutely no reason. They should have the res on it if they choose to. But the front line's melting. They're on the cart despite getting picked off. So almost just throwing their lives away in this fight by smashing their head into Vengeful Fire, a Bastion set up on the point with double shield.
And the Ascend just doing a decent, good group push here. Sticking well together, shielding each other.
Punishing the mistakes of Murdoch with utter ease. Getting these pickoffs, and you know, Murdoch, despite having these players picked off, they opt to keep pushing in and they pay the price. You're not going to be winning a 4v6 engagement onto a Bastion set up on the point with the boys. I can assure you of that, Murdoch.
Well, definitely not in the open field, that's for sure.
But look, Murdoch have actually swapped their team comp to sort of reflect the exact same setup. So,
we got
the Bastion themselves, see what happens.
Bastion repositioning. And he's got an ult.
Yeah, they need to be careful. Oh no, Vengefire gets the better of the trade because he does have the invincibility field. Down.
Just waiting for that right time to use the ult.
Oh, there you go, Swerve. He's built up the barrage and he takes down Donga Bear with it. Splitting up the side of Murdoch. They managed to pull through. That was a very, very strange fight. Back and forth, very discombobulated. Every player is sort of going off and doing their own thing, and by virtue of the barrage separating the team, it's there you go. Ascend managed to
And
get better of
when you are defending a capture point or assault, it can be so easy for your team not to be fully tightly together for that next engagement.
Definitely. And I think Murdoch set that example right there. A little bit too separated, a little bit not together. Undisciplined in their positioning, or whether they're playing together. Bear is set up though, so he shouldn't have the damage advantage here. He gets stunned up with a nice freeze onto the point, holding all the players of Ascend, and they don't have the invincibility field either. Wait. What? So despite the best Blizzard I've ever seen, and no immortality field, nobody dies, and they get the reverse in that fight. I don't even know. I don't even physically understand how they managed to turn that.
My jaw is dropped.
I don't understand. And the players are just falling for Murdoch. They're just inting. They're throwing away the game. Oh no. And we thought 3 minutes was a ridiculously large time bank. Look at this. Ascend. They're pushing through with 4.5 minutes. Jesus Christ.
Great work. Oh my God, that is. Oh my. That's so well done.
Murdoch,
some great team just gelling and sticking together and just pushing well. And very well commented just before of just how did Ascend win that last bout?
No idea, but I have an inkling upon reflection. I think the differentiating factor between these two teams right now is the fact that they had a Pharah to the side of Ascend, and it wasn't being dealt with at all. If you have a Bastion and you're going up against a Pharah, even if it's a pocketed Pharah, I don't think she should be getting away with as much as she did. I think they had a Mei as well, but they weren't really utilizing the fact they had a Mei to counter the Bastion, because that's the only reason you pick Mei there, is to disrupt the Bastion, his positioning with the use of the Mei wall.